that's where this IG composition really can help snowball against WE. So that is kind of our early versus late dynamic that we are looking at here in game number 1.
Pretty good, yeah, I'd have to say. Getting a lot of chip damage down on a lot of lanes. Cube already taking the Shy down to 10%. And Monkey getting ready to come here. Yeah. Now the wave is going to crash. They still have heal.
Great wave position right now here for Team WE. Going in is Monkey onto Gala. He already utilized his flash, so that means he's going to go down. It's first blood for Team WE off of a beautifully creative path from Monkey. That teleport to get back to lane could have an impact here as the red buff has been started up. Monkey does not have a flash or a smite, which means it will get secured. Another heroic car charge comes forward, and it looks like WE still wants to brawl, but they will not win this one at all as Gala picks up the first kill with a 4th shot. Finally, Taeyun, though, flashes up the wall and is able to get one back. It's a 1-for-1 overall. Vampire at less than 100 HP, and Kara starting to do some damage.
Wait a minute.
Flash away from that Winter's Bite from Mako, and now Gala could be in some trouble. Remember, no flash on this Jhin means that he could be going down. One more auto from Taeyun is going to take him down. It's speed.
What the?
For WE, and Mako will drop. It's a 3-for-1 off of the invade.
They start off 4-1 in this game. It's 5 minutes. We've got 5 kills. The feats of warfare immediately go over to Team WE. Okay, but how much more is Cube going to really lose? Because there's a single wave, and the Shy was able to farm it under that. A turret plate now goes over. Oh, Monkey's coming back.
However, no stun connected. Cube able to flash away. The turret not in range to take down either the Shy or JJ.
Oh,
but now
God.
Rookie has come in. He has flash. They are really going for this tower dive, wanting to make sure that it works. Finally, the heroic charge comes through. And long have we awaited. 2 kills activated. JJ going to survive with less than 100 HP.
All right, this had to work though, because that was a massive investment from Invictus there. Watch out this Jhin.
And a lot of those ultimates available still. Vampire has not hit level 6 yet, but the top side of the map from WE looks like they want to go in. The Oran Horn has been sounded. It knocks up Mako, does not have the Unbreakable Will. Nicely done by JJ to send away one, but the Impale will land back on to the Poppy. Cube going forward to Searing Charge, has singled out Gala, but he still has his flash. 4 shot not doing a ton of damage, but now comes the Curtain Call. Monkey, 200 HP, will go down to the 3rd, and Cube will get hit up by that crit. The Searing Charge comes out, but it's not nearly in time as JJ gets the kill and IG are right back in the lead.
They know that their opponents don't have very many ultimates. They don't either, so maybe they want to try to brute force their way through. Ornn is TPing into the top side, so just sacrificing more and more gold.
Monkey has Smite. JJ, though, has the upgraded one and will be able to get that last grub before flashing on away.
Monkey is in a very deep position. Something we've seen from him very much in this season. They catch out Monkey.
Yeah, remember that Steadfast Peasant does not help the Ixtal's impact, and JJ is isolated in a 1v4, and the shutdown will go the way of Taeyun, who is now 3-0-2 on this Varus, and that means that WE control the trade.
They get the first dragon. They'll be able to also pick up this mid wave. Good job from WE and creative pathing, the name of the game for Monkey. Coming up clutch. Teleported out of this.
Down just yet. They finally secure the smite. The question is now, can they get out? Oh, what a pulverize from Mako. And it goes right over the equalizer of the Shy, who's teleported in. And now looking for a massive flank. He flashes in, and it's going to be Gala to pick up the first kill. The Curtain Call will take a second, and Vampires to blast Cone out away. On the other side of things, this Monkey dropping, and Invictus Gaming say, we don't care about the dragon, we'll just win the fight.
Good punish again. Now, can WE get more? There was 2 plates now going over to Cube. He's probably just going to end up going down here to JJ, which, if you are IG, while the objectives have been kind of wishy-washy for them, they're 50-50 split so far in this early game, they, I think, have been able to play the map a little bit better than their opponents.
On the clear path, unless Cube gets on out of there, so Rookie going to be able to pick that one up as you see that pummel squad of JJ and Mako, like we talked about at the top of the show, coming together here, but WE know that they need to try to make a play on the other side, but Karis does not land that Emperor's Divide and will be forced to take the Walk of Shame back out, unless the Shy has anything to say about it. He throws another Electro Harpoon out, but does not want to go into a 1v3.
Well, WE have now invested so much into this top lane, like you have noted. We're going again for this play.
Impale lands on the Shy, however, dual teleports are coming in. The Rumble will drop, the shutdown goes towards Karis. And now Rookie has to Spirit Rush on out, but look at the damage he's able to do on the Vampire. Taking one back on his way out of things, as it will be a retreat for both teams.
All in all, that was 2 turrets for IG, an investment of summoner spells, and we're still making a top play.
No flash, no ult here for Rookie. Might have been overextended on the side lane. However, Monkey does not have any hard CC with that Impale down, and so will be Rookie able to escape. Mid tower secured for Invictus Gaming. as they now can make their way towards the Herald as well.
Guys, I promise you, if we just take a breath, stop ourselves from making a play for like 10 seconds.
What are you talking about?
The
This
game
is
is
the
good.
LPL. That's not
The game
what
is
we do
playable.
here.
Oh, it's
This
crazy
is-
as our game, but WE, man, like we can slow it down, and this is the most unfortunate timing of a recall. Cube, just give up the turret, brother. Just give up the turret.
Or just get the wave. I'm watching some Los Ratones. Maybe this is the strat. Instead, you know, you're not worth much gold here. Let's see who lands that final blow. Maybe it'll be Gala again, jumping up to 5, 2, and 1, as that was essentially an inevitable death coming through from this Ornn, who's now 0, 4, and 0.
But who's gonna match Gala? Gala's just now gone two turrets in entirety for himself. Rookie got the bottom lane turret and then TP'd for the top play. IG are coming out ahead due to WE rushing the game and trying to rush, they're tripping over their own steps.
We, who don't have a ton of experience, and maybe we're seeing some of that here, in terms of just the incredible aggression that we're seeing out of some of their players, and it could result in Monkey going down as well. He has to flash away, but in this lower bracket semifinal so far.
Maybe this just might be a game where, hey, we're getting rid of Skarner, we're getting rid of Varus, one of Gala's most played champions this season, so
Wants to get out to that early lead. Now remember, they do have the late game scaling composition, which will eventually help them out, but they're a long way from it. But it still looks like they want to try to find this fight, as Gala has been singled out. He does have both of his summoners available, but he flashes right into the Ornn Horde as Q finally gets onto the board. But now the Shy's teleported in. It's another really nice knock up here for JJ as he tries to escape with that steadfast presence. The Glacial Fissure going to lock him down as Karvas comes in for with a teleport, but he gets headbutted away by Mako. And the chase is now in for Team WE. They lock down the Shy. It's Karvas to get another kill, and it's going to be a 2-0 for your blue team.
they're going to teleport and they're going to continue to do what I was just talking about, look for Rookie.
Howard Blast Cone helping Monkey close that gap as Rookie has his flash and his ultimate. Going to try to buy as much time as possible for the rest of his team to arrive. You already see JJ and the Shy quickly approaching. Rookie's able to rejoin the rest of his team and land a charm on the Vampire. And the Ornn Horde does not find a single member of Invictus Gaming. Now the Equalizer has come out and the re-engage can begin from IG. It's going to be Cube completely singled out. Mako doing a ton to soak up all the damage needed with that Unbreakable Will. And IG find 2 kills right back.
Why have we not just sent earlier onto Rookie? He only uses his ultimate and his flash, and that means it is multiple members of WE going down. That'll be the Otacon for Invictus Gaming. And this game, aside from the first opening minutes, has looked Invictus dominated all game long.
And it continues to be WE wanting these fights. They want all the smoke so far in this game 1, but
It'll be third dragon of the game being started here for WE. Cube's going to be able to walk over, but there's still some summoner spells missing from WE.
they want to try to pick up this second Drake. It's burning down rather quickly, and JJ's not in the area, so it will be WE securing that objective. But now it is IG generating mid lane control, scrambling, and making not enough progress towards their mid lane tier 2, as Gala's almost going to take it down with just that 4th shot.
They'll get it on this wave. I feel like IG should have just been more content with saying, hey, we don't really care about the red buff. It is a fake objective for us. We're here to take another turret. That'll be their 4th turret of the game. Very disappointing Edward Gaming split in 2024. He's doing that so far. Already made top 4 in split 2.
And doing it against somebody like Monkey, who shadowed him a little bit on as a part of that EDG team back in the day.
Uh-oh.
Now we're going to see another engage come through. A teleport very early from the Shy is going to be forced an early flash here, as it's going to be another shuffle coming through from Karis, as just an over-aggressive play from Invictus Gaming will result in their top laner going down. Gala gets knocked up by the Ornn Horde, has both of his summoner spells available, holding them for any further aggression, as though it was Invictus Gaming looking to make a play, but it ends up coming right back to bite them, as now WE have control and can try to take down this mid-tier 1.
What else can they grab, though? WE, they're starting to get pinched on.
Mako lands a knockup, but Cube is just too tanky at this point. Remember, he does not have the Ornn Horde anymore, though, and that means JJ is going to be able to be taken very low. He dashes in. Oh, it's a 2-man impale here for Monkey, and it takes down the Poppy and forces Mako to flash on out. Gala and Rookie still very tanky, still very full HP here for their side.
Shy going down. Ultimate coming up for Rookie in 5 seconds. Low HP bars for some of the members of Team WE. Can Gala and Rookie make it happen?
Only on to Cube. The 4-shot takes it down to 500 HP. Exhaust onto Rookie. Baron secured by Team WE. Now can Gala and Rookie buy enough time for the rest of their team to arrive. In goes Karis. He dashes forward. The blast cone gonna buy some time as Vampire dies first. Gala
Oh my God.
does not fall. He takes over the blast cone, but Monkey not gonna be able to get the angle right. It's a double kill for Gala. And now the Shy and Mako have arrived. Cube, Teo, and Karis still on the run. The Baron secure, but IG get a breath of life.
He said, get back onto the map and contest for this next dragon in 40 seconds. And a great play coming out from Invictus to hold their position in this game.
It's oftentimes when you're the two backline carries available and you're the only one here who could try to stop something.
Utilizing their flashes. This ended up being a really great cleanse coming out from Kala, although it seems like maybe he got pushed over into the Impale. But the mid turret going down for WE is nice. You still have 3 members with this Baron. They're going to waste it contesting for this dragon. And an Impale that goes sideways. WE, what are we doing, guys?
Yeah, that's a big engage tool. Now off the books for Team WE. JJ gonna be forced to face check for now, but Vampire, he's gonna go down before the fight begins potentially. He gets taken down by the burn of the Shy, but it's smashed by Rookie, getting caught out here by the Varus. As it's now a 4v4 that is opened up. Taeyun was yeeted away here by the Keeper verdict, but now the curtain call has come out, and it's gonna force WE to go on the defensive, at least for now. The 4-shot only gonna find Cube, but the Dragon is still full HP.
Okay, Cube, no ultimate. Azir still has that Emperor's Divide. Is this the play for IG? I think they recognize that they don't have a lot of space. If for some reason this play is still going on in 30 seconds, Rookie will be able to be here in time. He will have that Spirit Rush. Guys, just take the Dragon. We're already wasting our Baron. We only have 20 seconds left on this objective. With Cube or with Vampire actually teleporting back into this play. That'll mean IG have to give this up. I just don't know why we're making the investment. Why are we so invested into trying to grab this dragon from either squad? That's just how it works.
They're losing right now. You know?
True. Maybe Monkey gets caught out here, and maybe the Heartsteel stacks were not worth it.
And that's the thing as well. When you're like on a defensive, you don't end up auto-attacking that much as a Skarner. As got to hold that thought for a little bit as the play has been opening up with Rookie split pushing, allowing for that bot lane tier 3 turret to go down. Cube has been sent to match back from base as the Chain of Corruption is dodged away from by a nice headbutt from Mako. The rest of IG will be here and will want to force a 5v5 team fight 34 minutes into this game. The Baron's already at 6,000 HP, waiting for JJ to try to get into the pit, but it's already burning very low.
Look at Mako!
They're looking for the fight instead. Chorus gets charmed, and JJ steals the Baron. Somehow the Azir still able to live, and the rest of WE will not by a landslide. It is Invictus Gaming coming in, punishing the aggressive play of Team WE, and they will be able to pick up 3 members and counting with Cube on the opposite side of the map.
They won't be able to end the game. Good job from Cube. He picks up this minion wave. There's a top lane play. He's going to try and teleport out. Okay, so both of the solo laners, it is a full-on ace. WE are not able to get anything done around this Baron. Why not just wait for the soul? That is going to be the question that they have on their minds as they go back to the drawing board here for game number 1. IG will pick up the Dragon, they'll get the Baron, 4 kills, and almost all of these structures in their favor as a gold lead compounds to more than 10,000 here.
Should definitely be that mid lane inhibitor. We'll see if they want to stay for another. The Shy and JJ not here with the rest of Invictus Gaming, but Rookie with the Baron wave is able to pick up that 3rd tier 3 tower. Only the top lane inhibitor remains
for IG to siege and look for the end here.
It'll be all 3 inhibitors down, and that's super minions with that Baron buff will crash in at least for 1 wave. It'll be up to WE to try to save their game number 1 of this lower bracket semifinal. Gala issuing out a ton of poke here with the Deadly Flourish. Taeyun going to try to match here with the Piercing Arrow of his own. Clear these waves out. Now look for another engage. Rookie finds him the Charm of the Cars, but the rest of his team's here to defend. Call the Fourth God only lands on a Mako. And now it's just a trade of those ultimate cars. Force go gold, and JJ's going to try to get in there. The Equalizer doing it so much. There's the shuffle. Not enough to certainly take down anybody of W, but finally Vampire will go down. It's the Shy picking up the kill, but Mako falls on the other side. The Shy will now go down as Monkey finds it, and it's a numbers advantage right now for WE. However, Gala and Rookie still alive, still do so much DPS.
When we talk about what IG's season has looked like as a whole, it has been filled with a lot of ups and downs. So it'll be the Dragon going over, 6th Dragon of the game.
With the game right here, right now, Neither soul laner is here, but they're going to send a teleport in from both of them. But the Baron is going to get melted way too quickly and smited away by JJ, and they're able to go on the escape. So that's 2 big cooldowns used. As all the inhibitors are beginning to respawn, but IG should have the opportunity to take them down relatively easily. The question is, when do Team WE want to force that engage? When do they want to press that go button, and will it be too late?
Another inhibitor falls.
Vampire, that's a big cooldown. Not going to be on issue here for the support of Team WE. The mid lane inhibitor has gone down. The only one left standing is back up to the top side. So
Rookie's ultimate is back up. It's been 30 seconds, and it is up and available, so you can look for an aggressive play yet again. It'll mean that it is 4 ultimates to 4 here.
Both the flash of the Bellow's breath. He's going to keep himself alive, but he does not have his ultimate available just yet. He gets charmed up again, knocked up by 2, as Mako goes in with a headbutt pull, but forces another heal as he runs back out to safety. After such aggressive plays early on in this game, now both IG and WE are waiting to pull the trigger, but now they finally do.
Monkey!
Standing away too, but JJ's gonna match him, but it's not gonna be enough. Mako goes down first, but the Shy is cooking him. Goes golden, and the 4th shot will find Vampire. Cube will go down. It'll be Monkey shoved right back in, and IG will finally find the fight that they need in Team WE space. It's a 4v2, but Taeyun is still alive. Cube didn't end up going down. Will this be the end?
Tashai's going to be able to teleport. Woo! It's the flash out from Taeyun. More members. IG are looking for the end on this one.
Cube trying to clear the wave. There's still too many super minions. Taeyun gets knocked up. He gets hit by the deadly flourish, and the Guardian Angel has been popping the Call of Force. Got knocked up on the 2. Can Taeyun live? Gala will shut him down with a 4th shot. And it took 44 minutes. It took back and forth base defenses, but IG say, still got it. And they're going to take game number 1 over WE.
I just have not been impressed by the games where we've seen him on champions like Graves or even like this Viego.
It's going to have to be Monkey and Vampire, like, really coordinating here.
Yeah, I mean, just Rookie has the stun. You have Mako coming up on the river as well. There is so much early vision. Monkey not able to get very much done in this early game. We talked about, you know, keys to success for this Team WE roster was going to be looking towards Vampire and Monkey to get some work done. Early on, we're seeing it, getting it again.
Hold on, the Shy forced to flash away. However, in the mid lane, it's JJ making an appearance and taking down Cars. That's first blood going over to IG. Jungle, JJ and Rookie so far having the upper hand off of that mid lane game for first blood. However, now Rookie without the ultimate could be in some trouble. The Realm Warp coming out, but it's just going to be Vampire and Monkey to start this play off. They've already locked it down, the Eddie, and Cars will take it down as WE find one back.
I don't think this is a real play, guys. We lost our Ignite here. They're going to get a wave in. There's not going to be much after this.
Yeah, JJ going to be able to smite this one down, and now the fight can begin. Crash down lands on a Mako, but the Aegis keeping him alive for a long time. As Gala throws out a couple of spells, shifts back towards his turret, and is going to be able to collect the rest of the wave, so not much found on the other side for Team WE.
Left side of the map with Taeyun here. He'll be grabbing this next wave all by himself. That solo experience in gold for him, alongside grabbing damage onto that turret. So you're not all too mad. Maybe they make an invade on these bottom side camps. Just mean Cube needs to be careful. He knows that they're on his side of the map. Even without Feast, the Shy could find the solo.
I mean, Mako and JJ on the way as well. It's going to be a very difficult task here for Cube to escape. Mako flashing over the cage to land that stun, and then the Zenith Blade comes out afterwards. Cube going to be trapped here under the pillar of JJ. He heals up a little bit, but it's not enough. As it's now 2-0. See how much damage this Rise does have. It's just going to be flash blown. Not much after that here. Now a trade could be made on the other side of things. As JJ looking for a repeat gank on a Cube. Remember, does not have a flash. Gonna get hit up by that Tibbers. And it's just gonna be all too easy unless Monkey arrives at just the right time. Not just yet. As it's now JJ 3, WE 1. Monkey hiding here. Maybe gonna find a Heartbreaker on a Rookie who is very low, but is healing up nicely with those refillable potions. And now the tier 1 turret gonna be the target. Another plate being secure. They're gonna try to find the stun. Rookie, he flashes away from the Heartbreaker. Solar Flare comes out, and JJ finds yet another.
Maybe he's starting to eat those words. Monkey was like, hey, a lot of my opinions end up being the right one, like we saw in the bump coming into the series. But that is not the case. A teleport coming in from Cube. You're gonna go for a long chase on the Rookie. He's gonna teleport out of this play.
See ya.
So he's
gone
gone
out of there. Yeah, now can they find anything on the JJ? He's able to chop himself away from the cage, but there's the Magnet Storm from Vampire. The damage just not enough just yet.
No.
The Ignite not gonna do it, and JJ will live.
Quickly move into the bottom side of the map. They still have, the Shy, his Feast is coming up, and if he lives from this play, he could very easily help secure them the second dragon of the game.
Oh man, Car's already taken a lot of damage, but remember that the Shy doesn't have the flash. We'll see how much damage he's able to tank up, and if he can potentially find a combo here. The Fee's not available just yet, and so Monkey will get WE back on the board. And with the top laner down and the jungler down to the bottom side, maybe they can find a fight around this Drake.
Solid start coming in from this team, and they're going to get stronger as this game goes on. Like we said, that one item already hitting for JJ and Rookie. Gala's not that far behind.
This matchup specifically is the lower bracket semifinal. It is quite incredible as we're continuing to see JJ and Mako work together across the map. They're going to try to lock down Karis here. He has his flash available, but the crowd control might just be too much for Mako. They find the pillar, they find the chomp, and JJ is now unstoppable here in game number 2.
Oh!
The response, though, will be towards Gala. A nice heartbreaker in from a Monkey, and it's going to be Taeyun there to burn him down with the Gatling gun. And the chase can begin in earnest now as Monkey steals away the Ezreal's body, but he's going to get locked up by the Timbers. Monkey goes down. JJ gets himself another, and Taeyun has no flash as he used it originally to go over the wall. And IG can continue to look for the play. Zenith played in. They're going to give the kill over to the Annie, but JJ still gets it all the same. This Trundle is 7-0.
Right now, Viego started
look
it,
at
and
Look at
Gala
CP.
and Mako said that's not happening.
Yeah, Vampire's going to force the initiative here, forcing Gala to shift away, and there's not a ton of damage here to respond for Team WE. Vampire gets trapped. Another beautiful pillar from Jeje, and this time it's Gala to get the first non-Trundle kill of IG's game 2. And it's just pure domination right now from our veterans as they take this Rift Herald as well.
I hate to call it, but wrap this one up, boys. Let's wrap this one up from IG. This is absolute domination coming in from them. Herald as well. Taeyun's cleanse is gone. Maybe they go for more?
Karis, though, in trouble. He gets taken down as well. Gala get right back onto the board. And it's going to be the tower taken down as well as the Rift Herald. IG getting everything right now in this game.
JJ on that EDG roster, he had Monkey's spot for such a long, or Monkey was looking to try to take JJ's spot for such a long time. JJ only stepped back due to an injury, and it just feels like he has not done any wrong so far in this series.
Yeah, and now WE, they're now starting to feel a little bit desperate, and why wouldn't you? Because of how far ahead Invictus Gaming are. 2 more kills. The True Shot Barrage not even needed, as the Shy will chop down Karis and already make it a 3-0 in favor of Invictus Gaming. They're looking for a 4th. JJ is legendary here in game number 2.
Invictus Gaming look nigh unstoppable here in game number 2. Game 1 was a little bit back and forth. We went to 45 minutes. But now we're here, 19 minutes into game number 2, 13-3, 8,000 gold. JJ gets a hit on another turret, another 2 turrets to wall, 5 turrets here gone for Team WE. I've been able to play the map, be able to play a little bit smarter of League of Legends. And I think that's reflective in this series so far. Game 1 was a loss due to them not really being able to slow the game down and play at a pace that they needed to for the game. Here in game number 2 now,
This is a clinic right now for Invictus Gaming. They did it the long way in game number 1, but they're showing how to put away a game early here in game 2. And again, WE, they have really gotten a lot of their, their high-level gameplay when they've really looked their best. Is when they're playing these full 5v5 team play competitions, but that's not what they set themselves up for here in game 2, and you wonder if that's part of the reason or if it's just IG currently being better on the day.
They're going to try and long chase them out here. Taeyun's a little too far up. He wanted the turret bounty.
He got the bounty. It's going to cost him his life, although it's not worth very much right now. They're going to give the kill credit over to Rookie. And the hits keep coming. I need my gold one way or the other. I'm not killing any of these guys right now.
I got mine. Hell yeah. I respect that. So there we go. We're using now the Leona ult. We also still have that Annie coming on through.
To get to this spot here in top 4. They have not had to play against a team seated higher to them just yet, other than BLG, who they lost to 3-0 in the upper bracket quarterfinals. Played in a best of 5. Was back in that qualifier for the World Championship. Still some more ways to go from there, but we're going to see another fight potentially opened up. Vampire using the Magnet Storm to try to lock down JJ, who has been singled out just a little bit, but he just will not die with the Subjugate on top of him.
Oh,
a big flight coming through from Rookie. The Timber's going to burn down Karis, and Monkey forced to flash away. On the other side of the fight, it is Cube getting singled out. He's going to live for a little bit longer, but he gets chopped down once again by the Shy. Monkey finally getting a shutdown, and now can WE find a turn? True Shot Barrage comes out, and any hopes of a team fight win for Team WE get thrown right out of the window from a double kill from Gala.
JJ's gonna try and chase Monkey out. They still have a minion wave here. Do they just go? I don't think this is an end. I do not think this is an end. They're a little bit confused. If JJ had actually walked on over with Trinity Force, they actually could have just completely closed that one out with 3 grubs, but they decide against it. They're going to grab themselves the Mountain Soul, then they're going to recall, take their bases, spend their gold. Feast will come up in 30 seconds time, and that'll be the Baron taken for IG if they so decide.
And if you're WE, you got to try something. I mean, you're already down so far. Might as well go for some sort of flip to try to potentially save it. It was 2 HP, but JJ just able to get the upper hand. And now Karis and Monkey in so much trouble. The Shy says, oh, a nice snack for me. Takes down a Monkey as he is now 11 stacks into this Cho'Gath. It's Mountain Soul. It is assuredly game number 2. 20 kills to 4. IGR blazing through game 2.
10,000 gold lead at 26 minutes. Absolutely blitzed here in game number 2. W looked like they had no chance in this one. They took a scaling composition, and IG just smacked them in the face and said, thank you, we'll take game number 2, and we'll look to kind of close this series out.
Might not even need the Baron. They can just go for the next towers right now. The Magnet Storm coming through from Vampire. Taewoon already has to balk away. He's going to be targeted in his own fountain, man. And he's not going to be able to get anything done. It's Invictus Gaming claiming themselves a match point with a dominant victory over Team WE and are just 1 match away from top 3.
There is some ways that WE can play, especially if Sion gets into a good spot later here. But I need to see WE's bottom lane perform.
Rookie going to arrive now. The Estimating Smash does a lot to potentially allow for a turret dive to go unsuccessfully. And with that being said, Rookie pops in between worlds and then just gets on out of there, knowing that there's no minions to try to help him out on the escape plan.
All right, well, look, Rookie took a timer there. He will lose a wave and what looks to be potentially a...
Yes, I mean, it's too late. There's no Zin's out, there's no smite available unless Karis somehow jumps in there. Nope, first one secured by JJ. Remember, he doesn't have the Cyclone though just yet. And so he could be in some trouble. It's actually Karis who steals it away. Gonna flash to follow him up. And a lot of damage comes through for the silence. That's enough for first blood to go towards Team WE. And Karis is gonna be able to go on the escape as it is Monkey rejoining the fight. The Shy's gonna have to jump over the wall. And it's gonna be Team WE to get the first kill, as well as potentially claiming 2 of the first 3 grubs.
Rookie looking for something a little bit more cheeky. Okay, Gala opens up with the culling. And WE, this is the makings of a good start from them here in game number 3. The one that we needed to see from them bounce back here in the series. And teleported. Karis really smartly understands, hey, if they're going to be on Dragon, I'm the play right now. I cannot show on this wave. Backs up. Does not give IG any play to have here. Oh my god.
Oh, between worlds from Rookie. He's going to cancel the recall from Rookie, and nothing else going to be done about it as Karis going to be able to keep himself alive. The mid lane tier 1 turret under a lot of threat right now as Teos does the ace in the hole. Heal already popped. They're going to go for maybe a kill as well as the mid lane tier 1. Monkey dashing forward on the JJ. Wind becomes lightning, doing a lot of damage. Not going to find anything with the Cyclone just yet. The second proc still is available. Crescent Guard going to force everybody on IG away as W will get on out with that first turret in hand.
He has taken a mid turret. He is now going to get themselves the Herald as well. This is looking good. This was the W that we are so excited to see coming in. Play around Monkey's advantage. And while it is a bit unorthodox, right? We see Vampire in a non-traditional engage support. He's on the Karma this time. Now Mako finishing the Imperial Mandate. Maybe that opens up a little bit more playmaking. But WE, they use that Herald immediately. This is now gold into Karis' back pocket. I don't think a dive onto Sion is ever more realistic, and so they're just going to be able to float between 2 separate lanes here.
Look for that tier 2 if they want to, or they can just make their way back towards the mid lane. A lot of the map being controlled right now by Team WE, the bottom lane I should say, not one of them, as the Shy is able to make a trade on the other side of things with that tier 1 going down.
Xie is still playing, Mystic is still in the league, and they made semifinals that year. Karis gets caught though.
Oh no. He tried to go for a flank, but it's just going to get singled out. But now JJ might have gone a little bit too far forward. The tidal wave finds one. Ace of the Hill flashed away from the Shy. Still massive, though, and there is Rookie picking himself up a double kill. Monkey flashes back into the Dragon Pit, but he's not going to be able to get out. It's the Shy doing so much in this team fight, and maybe the Italy has himself a little bit of work. Gala issuing in some final shots. He's going to get eaten by a full decimating smash cube, and try to take him down, but Gala pops the barrier and says it's all too easy. Invictus Gaming go 4 for nothing.
Oh man, WE, Karis right there may have just sold this game down the river, unfortunately. Him getting caught right there opens up so much of an advantage and gives IG the breathing room that they have been looking for all game long here.
They're seeing what ours are. They're seeing the writing on the wall. 3-0 might be in effect if WE don't do something about it quickly after what was another very good early game from them. And it's now going to be Cube singled out once again as the kills continue to now stack up. JJ gets another one. However, it's going to be a fight on the backside of things. The Shy fighting in a 1v3. He's going to maybe get a kill on the Monkey. He forced the Crescent Guard out early. And now Cars is going to be the target. He gets knocked up by the Cyclone and taken down. Rookie goes between worlds and gets the kill onto the Tinzao. Vampire knocked up in the second proc. And it's all IG in game number 3.
Otacon's on the table. IG, they want out of this series and they want to get out of here fast. A 3-0 in Beijing. It feels like another 2 stories of amazing carries. 2 teams that are kind of top dogs in years past, especially for BLG more recently. Invictus Gaming though, man, the Shy versus Bin, that'd be such an exciting matchup that we have seen only a handful of times throughout the years.
Gonna claim top 3, split 2 of the LPL after they went all the way down the lower bracket in split 1. It's gonna be the Shy getting targeted once again. He's going to stay alive for a while, but finally gets shut down by Taylor. Now Teleport has come in. Rookie gonna get caught out. Team WE finding a response and getting 2 kills onto their main carry.
Won't be much gained here by WE, but some breathing room here in this game after a couple of
hold on.
mistakes.
Carrots and Monkey, they're going for JJ here, as he's been now singled out in a 1v4 situation. Monkey dashing forward, waiting for his bot lane to show up. Crescent Guard here to block away the damage of the tidal wave, and Karis is dashing forward with the Gundam Duck, looking to find a chain. JJ living for so long, he uses the clone. He finally gets shut down by Monkey, and now Karis has found Mako on the backside, but Gala is starting to find the damage. Gala starting to pop up, and the Shy has arrived in the fight as well. It's a triple kill in for the Lucian, and Karis has his recall canceled, and is forced to rocket belt away. He gets hit up by the Aqua Prison. It's going to be another kill in for Gala, and the Lucian will save the fight for Invictus Gaming. Oh, its form. We see the stem popping out. You know, starting to look orange a little bit as it starts to transition back. WE, it's been a good run, but Invictus Gaming, with their 9 combined championships, are going to look for a 10th as the hopefuls of what would have been a crazy run through the lower bracket are starting to fade away. It's the towers being claimed in both the mid lane and the top lane, culling coming out, forcing Vampire to half HP, as Taeyun is now who WE will turn to once again to try to save their game, to save their split. Between Worlds comes out from Rookie. He's level 17 right now and is looking grim. They're going to try to find the Shy. The Nidalee will get knocked up. Can he survive? He flashes away. The Shy will live. The Shy is still alive. The Shy takes down Karis. This Nidalee will not fall, as IG with a kill down are going to continue their push in the mid lane.
They have Baron. The Shy gets his Sundered Sky and he has Teleport. Does he just go for another lane? Oh my god, Taeyun.
Okay, Gala flashes away. There's no TP on the Shy, so it will be WE getting one back towards the bottom lane tier 2.
Another turret goes down. All of this in favor of getting the Dragon in a minute and a half time. WE,
they have a little bit of a timer, thanks to the fact that no inhibitor towers or inhibitors were taken down. But now Cars has been caught in the mid lane. JJ going in with that Cyclone and will take him down with a crushing blow. Dragon might not even be necessary, as Team Invictus Gaming are headed into the mid lane to take the inhibitor down.
They've got at least one grub that can connect on bottom side. This is the problem. I thought maybe they went for Taeyun.
Forces a lot of summoner spells there to keep himself alive from the culling. Gala in less than 30 seconds after this one should go down.
Oh my god, and then Rookie walks up, one tap combo with the Nami in his back pocket, half health onto Monkey.
here. The Shy already has a massive flank. Monkey forced to dash forward with the Audacious Charge, but already gets hit up by the Aqua Prison. Teleport comes in. It's going to be Cube looking for the flank. The Baron's already been secured. Crescent Guard is too late. And Monkey is down for the count for the next 50 seconds. And Cube is being singled out by 4 members of Invictus Gaming. The Shy 1v1 in Chorus right now, but he's got that 3-level lead. And tell you, not going to be able to do anything about it. Invictus Gaming get the Baron. Invictus Gaming gets to win the fight. And Invictus Gaming are going to push down mid.
There it is. There it is. We got one more mid wave coming on through. And hell, if they can't end it on mid, they can hell of a try and go for bottom lane. Taeyun.
FHP. Oh, the Aqua Prison doesn't connect, but they're still going to try to go for the ace. There's the Cyclone from JJ. And WE's dream run has turned into a nightmare as Invictus Gaming are going to go on to the Nexus turrets. WE have had the dream, but IG are inevitable. IG are the LPL, and only BLG stand in their way between them and a trip to MSI.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.